What's up, beautiful souls? I hope you're doing well. We had a Pluto Kazimi yesterday. So that was January 23rd. Pluto represents the planet of transformation. It is renewal, it's metamorphosis, okay? When this sun aligns with the planet, it highlights the characteristics of that planet. So that's what a Kazimi is. Yesterday, I noticed people were all over the place, not paying attention while driving on the road, completely out of it. You know, as we all know, there's a lot going on in this world, and right now people are being pulled away from their spiritual path. Okay, this is spiritual detachment. There are two types of spiritual people, I always say. There's ones that are awake to the path, and then there's ones that are not awake. Both are spiritual beings, okay? We are all spiritual beings. Ego's illusion. There's a lot of illusion right now in the world. You're seeing it in social media. You're seeing it out and about in public. You're seeing it around your friends, whoever you follow. There's illusions everywhere, and it clouds the ego, okay? This is being done on purpose, all right? A lot of you are lighthouses, okay? You are meant to shine your light and uplift other people. But you are being pulled, like I said, away from the path. And it's because of the illusions that are out there right now. You know, there's a lot of doom scrolling. There's a lot of false information being put out. I, for one, prime example, I will not call out the person. It's a major public figure. I did see one of her shorts on YouTube, and she was showing a video and then also showed a picture. You could not tell the fact from either of them. And she was telling you this. Okay? She's trying to tell you, or me, the audience watching it, that there's a person on the other side of a vehicle that's moving. Okay? They're being dragged. She's like, but you can't see it. It's on the other side. And then she shows a picture. This is the guy. Look at all the scrapes and this and that. But the face is covered up. It's cut off from the picture. So you want people to believe a fact, and you're not giving or showing the facts. There's the illusion, okay? The egoic mind trying to give a truth out, show some fact. They want you on their side, but they're not even showing the facts. So this is pulling people away from their spiritual path, meaning their higher self, their intuition, their third eye. You know you better than anybody else. But they want you to not follow your intuition. They don't want you to have your third eye open. They want you to be clouded. But what's mind-boggling is plain as day, there's no fact. You can't see a face and you can't see a person. She's telling you it's there, but you don't see it. And she's telling you it's not there. How are you supposed to believe that? Can't believe it. All right? So right now, because of this Pluto being highlighted, okay, a lot of this should be coming to light for you, okay, because you are the light. You're a lighthouse for others. So if somebody's trying to take the light out of the lighthouse, they're doing it for a reason, because they don't want you to shine your light, your love, your beauty, your kindness, your empathy. All right? They don't want you to illuminate that out to the world. Okay? They want to dim that light. They want to confuse you. Some of you are starting to have vivid dreams. Okay? You're having thoughts. And that's because your ancestors, your guides, all right, they're trying to get you to tap into your own Akashic records, okay? We all have access to those records. The difference is your third eye open? Is your intuition available to tap into your truth, your higher self? There were people literally on that video talking about it as if they believed it, even though they couldn't see the person's face, they couldn't see the person on the other side of the car. They believed it because the influencer behind that camera is extremely well known. And just because they are extremely well known and telling you something that's not there, because they're a prominent figure, people think they should believe them. And shame on that person for not actually showing you the facts. They're using their power inappropriately to influence you and cloud you. You are a lighthouse. You have intuition. You have a third eye. You don't need someone to tell you that something is believable when the facts are not there. So right now, your energy, your resources are all being siphoned right now, okay? They're being siphoned, okay? The life force is being sucked out of you dry, all right? Just like this sap. Your energy is being drained, okay? You need to get grounded. You've got to get back to your roots. So this Kazimi should have started to make you feel a little uncomfortable, and maybe you don't know why you're feeling a little uncomfortable, and that's because your guides are coming in trying to shake you up and to get you to get unclouded, all right? Don't listen to what other people say unless they can back up with facts, truth. You know, this type of energy that's happening right now has been drawing out for a while, okay? And it's a game. It's just a game. It's an illusion. It's a game. They know they're playing a game. They're even telling you to your face, you can't see it. You can't see it. but it's there. If you can't see it, then why should you believe it's there? Because they say it's there? No. No. This is all a game, okay? It's a risky game that's being played, okay? They're rolling the dice, and they're going to see if you're going to bite on that. And people are biting on it, absolutely. Did I bite on it? No. 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 I will not allow people to clog or cloud my mind. Okay? Each of us have our own mind. We're each our own person. We each have free will. And we all have a third eye. We know what's true and we know what's not true. That's why it is so important in the year of 2026 that we start paying attention to the people who are speaking truth. Not showing you a lie and saying it's true. Okay? Showing you a lie, saying it's true. You know the difference? They're literally showing you the proof of a lie, but they're telling you it's the truth. Words. Listen to the way people talk, okay? Listen to what they're telling you, all right? It is a game that's being played, and you have to be aware of that. They want to suck you dry, right? They want to drain you, so that way you're too weak to stand on your own 2 feet and believe and know what to believe in and what to not believe in. It's important to really hold yourself together during this time and to remain grounded. Don't doom scroll, okay? Don't watch too much of the news. I'm not saying don't watch any. Don't watch too much of it, okay? Following people's lives on the internet, okay? There's a lot of people who are just on the internet putting themselves out there. It's like real life reality through their, videos that they're posting or pictures or, whatever they're doing online, if they're, writing up a caption with a picture, why would you need to be so interested in their day-to-day life? Don't you have your life? Why would we need to be pulled to watch somebody else's life? Somebody they're not even famous, right? They want to be famous. It's just they're putting anything out there. Are they teaching anything? Are they giving you any legitimate information? No, they just want you to watch their wreck train. Okay? It's a train wreck, is all it is. And they're hoping that they can feel better by you watching their life, their just day-to-day life, not giving you anything important. And they just think that, it'll make them feel better to have all these people watch their life. Like, well, if everybody's watching my life and if everybody's commenting and they're, making me, saying comments to make me feel better, then my life's not that bad, right? Cool, it's not that bad. It's outside. Instead of getting validation on the inside, they want validation from the outside. They should have their own validation on the inside to where they don't need to post their life story, their, train wreck life out on social media trying to make something of it. No. Pull your energy back into you. You don't want to put your energy into somebody who's out on the internet showing you everything they're doing on the hour, every hour. Who cares? That's pulling away from you and your lighthouse, your resources on what you could be doing for yourself. meeting your goals. You've got goals. And if you don't have goals, you need to set goals, right? Everybody is good at something. Each and every one of us have our own fingerprint. We're unique. We all have our own gifts. So you need to pull your energy back to yourself and don't focus on everybody else's life so much. Okay? I'm not saying you don't have to you can't help it. I open up TikTok and, it's, 4-year page, and it automatically pops up. So sometimes, you see it and you watch it, but then you're like, oh, scroll off of it, right? Find something more educational, something that's going to help you guide your life, okay? Separate yourself from people who are not willing to be truthful, speak truth while showing truth, okay? Don't get sucked into somebody else's life that you don't even know. Watching it, commenting on it, reposting it, and talking about it again, people's personal lives. You're taking your energy and you're putting it into that. So it's taking away from you and your own resources, all right? So it comes back to, unresolved issues. So let's not worry about everybody else's unresolved issues. Put that back on you. They have their own life to figure out, just like you are already doing, okay? You are already a lighthouse, but sometimes, yes, lighthouses get pulled off the path because they shine too bright. They help people open up to their own knowledge, their own higher self, knowing fact from fiction, right? True and false. They want to pull you away from that and confuse you, okay? They want to cause excitement and emotions with, fireworks. It's, putting on shows to take your attention away from other things, to confuse you. All you have to do is not watch so much of it. Remain grounded. Focus on you. Focus on your goals. Where do you want to be? Do you want to buy a house? Do you want to pay a house off, right? Do you want to retire at a certain age, right? Do you want to retire early, or set a goal that benefits you. That's what needs to happen here, okay? They're always going to throw surprises out at us, all right? Through social media, internet, weather, whatever, they're always going to try and throw these surprises. And we can't control what other people do, right? They're going to do it. But we can control the fact that we don't put our energy into it, and that we can still keep our energy to ourselves and then excel in life. They don't want you to excel. They want you to be dependent. They don't want you to set yourself up to where you can live out the rest of your life comfortably, not dealing with other people or struggling. They don't want that. They want you to be struggling. They want you to be confused. They want you to be dependent. No, that's why they hate lighthouses. They hate them. They don't like them. Because you don't depend on anybody. All right? You're worth more than that. All right? When you get yourself set up to a point to where you don't have to worry about what somebody's going to say or do to you, that's a threat. That's a big threat. Because you don't need anybody. You got it all figured out. Because you got a goal. And you're meeting them goals. You're saving your energy for yourself. But at the same time, if you're a lighthouse, you're also sharing that same energy out with other people, so other people can wake up and set goals and not depend on anybody. They don't like that. They want to cloud it. They want to suppress it, right? So now's the time more than ever, okay, to remain grounded, all right? Stay devoted to knowledge, your knowledge, all right? Doing the research. You know, a lot of us are still going to have to do research with information that comes out because it seems so real. Or, you know, is it information that is going to benefit you? It sounds like it will, but we still have to do our own work, our own research, right? We still need to be able to tap into our inner self and say, is this good for me? Is this the right path? Right? Is this the truth or is this false? So a lot of times you're still going to need to do your own research, your own knowledge, right? Tapping into your own Akashic records, your own archives, your own subconscious mind. Okay? And not staying surface. When you do this, okay, when you remain devoted to you, when you remain devoted to your path, to your goals, and not putting all your energy out into other people's lives or what, you know, social media or, you know, news outlets or high profile, you know, podcast people, right? You know, just because they have a lot of followers doesn't mean they're always going to be telling you the truth. All right? Be mindful of it. So don't let them fog you, okay? You have free will. You have the right to remain free to your own independent thoughts. You're, you know, believing in what is best for you, not what they think, whoever they may be, is best for you. Okay? You always have a choice. Remember that. You have a choice to pull yourself out of the negativity, the lies, you know, all the folly stories, you know. You have that choice to not feed into it. You also have a choice to stay stuck and remain with your light dimmed. You do have that choice. But there is a choice. You do not have to stay stuck, okay? You have the right to change. You have a right to many options, setting goals to what benefits you. Like I said, you know, maybe you want to, like I said, there's something in particular that you want, but you're not focused on it right now. And that's because we're being fogged with other people's opinions, other people's false truths, what they want us to believe. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let that happen to you, okay? I'm going to tell you straight up. At one point, I felt like I lost 4 years of my life. Time is something you can't get back. That 4 years, I felt aged me. I lost time. I wasn't focused on things that were good for me because I was so worried. And I told myself, that'll never happen again. I don't watch the news. I watch tarot readings, spiritual channels. I focus on my goals. I keep my head down. You know, I get high level stuff, sure, absolutely. But I don't get into those daily details. No. Because they want you. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Because they want you to not go anywhere. They want you dependent. Let the universe do the dirty work. Okay? Let the universe do the dirty work. The universe sees and hears everything. So if somebody's not telling a truth, if somebody's trying to do something underhanded behind your back, somebody's, playing games with you, the universe already knows. So if they're going to try and do that to you, the universe is going to take care of it. The only thing you need to do is to set the goals and stay on your path and sharing your love and your light, your empathy, your compassion, all the good stuff, your positive vibes, right? The lighthouse. All you got to do is shine your light out. Keep that light shining within. It's for you first. But then you can spread that wonderful knowledge and beautiful heart out into the world and help others shine. And the more we keep doing that and not honing in on the details that they want us to be fed into, they can't win. They can't. Because the universe will do the dirty work. So we don't need to focus on it. So if somebody wants to lie, cheat, steal, do anything stupid to try and, throw us off our paths, it's going to go right back to them. It's not going to go to you. Okay? So I hope this finds you well. I hope it helped somebody. The energy has been intense. I will say I have fallen off the bandwagon a little bit myself. My Aries is in Mars, and Mars can be, war, right? Action, strength, motivation, but it can be intense to where it can be impulsive. And I'm feeling it just like you, but let's stay together. Let's stay grounded. Let's keep focusing on our goals, right? So we can be prosperous, right? We don't want people taking our prosperity away from us. All of us are capable of having everything that we want and desire without being dependent on somebody, because sometimes if you depend on people too much, well, what if they take it away? What if they pull the rug out from underneath of you? Okay? So, I hope this was helpful. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you are safe and you stay safe and warm through this storm if you are in the path of it. Keep your mind positive. Focus on you and stay safe. And I'll talk to you soon.